Welcome back, y'all, with Real Talks with Ray. As I said in my previous video, this channel is to be judge free and to get some things off your chest and talk about some subjects that may be a little touchy. Um, for this channel episode, we're going to talk about postpartum depression. Um, it is something that all women face, and we don't really know how to understand it 100%. We don't know what it may look like. We don't know what it may make us feel like. Everyone just know based on their personal experience. Postpartum depression is different for everyone. The duration is different. The signs, the symptoms are different. You know, how we may feel, how we may adjust to it, how we may identify that that's what it is. You know, everyone is different. So for this video, I will describe my experiences with it because this is real. Postpartum is not one of those, oh, it's like, back in the day, or, certain races get it. No, every woman has it. If you have a baby, you can get it. Whether you realize it, whether it's a quick 2-3 days, 4 weeks, whether it's 6 months. So, this is something that's real. So, first of all, postpartum depression, like I said, is different for everyone. Signs, early symptoms could be, feeling withdrawn from your everyday life, loss of appetite, loss of emotions, not really caring or knowing how to care, just losing who you are on the inside, so to speak. My early signs was I didn't too much know like most women. Um, right after I had my son, which was premature, I had my 32 weeks, and he was due in April, had him in March, and I was supposed to go to school that week. I had midterms, but I had him that Monday, and that following week, got right back into it. Like, I have this degree I'm trying to get so I can, move forward with my career and make a life for me and my child. And I was just going, And a few weeks went by, and I started to like feel like, oh, I'm just tired. I'm just tired, I just had a baby, my first one, and I'm going back to school. I'm in grad school, getting a master's degree, and my professor is one that does not play. He makes sure you know your information, and the exams take minimum 4 to 5 hours to complete. So, I'm just tired. I just kept saying, oh, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And one day my professor was like, are you sure that you need to come back this soon? I said, oh, my mom has it. They can watch my son. I'll be fine. He's like, okay. So another week went by, and he just looked at me. He's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm here. And he just looked at me. He was like, it's okay to feel that way. And I was like, yeah, I'm tired. He was like, no, it's okay. It's normal to feel like that. And I said, okay. So, it didn't dawn on me, what he was talking about. I'm like, okay, I'm just tired, But I'm like, oh, maybe it's a little bit more. But, they always follow up with you at the doctor's office. Oh, are you having suicidal thoughts about, are you afraid that you may hurt yourself, hurt your child? I'm like, no, that's crazy. I would never hurt my baby. And it wasn't until one day I heard a joke, and I didn't laugh. My brain was like, oh, that's funny, but my body wouldn't allow me to laugh. And I was like, okay, that's weird. Okay. So then after that, I just started to feel like someone else had taken over, that I was on autopilot, that I had set back from my physical self and let somebody else take over, like the little Disney show movie Inside Out. Like somebody else had taken over at this point, because it was just like I wasn't there. I was there, but I was just watching like it was a movie. Like, oh, she seems like she has a nice life, has a nice family, has a nice baby, and it didn't hit me that that's what it was until I started not having emotions towards my own child. And that's when it became real, because I'm not gonna cry. But it became real. I realized that, okay, something is wrong. I know I love my son, no doubt about it. And the fact that I saw him smile and I didn't automatically smile back at him, I knew it was a problem. When he started to, fuss and whine, I just gave him his bottle or gave him his pacifier, or I breastfed and did formula. So, I just gave him my boob and whatever. And I didn't feel anything. And that's when I was like, okay, you got to wake up. So it's not right. And that's when I realized, like, okay, I'm going through it. And once I realized that that's what that was, I prayed a little bit up. I prayed. I said, Lord, I know this. This is not me. I know this is not me. And I just need you to help me get out of this. I'm not gonna feel like this. I'm not gonna allow it to take over. I'm not gonna allow it to get any worse. I'm not going to allow it to go any further. It needs to stop right now. And from that point forward, I was around my family for the most part, because my son's the first grandchild, first boy, so still spoiled to this day, and he'll be 2 next month. But I kept myself around family. I didn't allow myself to be at home and, be away from people. I forced myself to get out. I was still in school. So, I had my classmates, my little corner. I was the only female in the corner. And a couple of classes, I was only girl. But I used their energy, to kind of feed me and to help me get back to who I was before. And it took a little while, but again, I knew what I wanted to be, and I did not want to be that person who let it take over their life. So it got better and better and better, and before I was back to work, I started to feel like myself again. I used the breastfeeding sessions with my son to bond, to establish the connection, and I miss it. That's one of the biggest things I miss about my son being small. I miss the whole breastfeeding, because it's that love exchange that you give to with one another. You can feel it, and that was another issue with me. I didn't want my son to feel like something was wrong. I didn't want him to feel like, okay, I've been in this lady's stomach all this time, and she's talking to me. I always felt the love, and now I'm not feeling it. I didn't want my child to know that something was wrong. I'm like, no, mommy's going to take care of it. I'm going to fix it. And I did. And I'm glad for the support that I have. I have an awesome support system. Luckily, I was blessed with parents who talked. We had an open dialogue in our household. We still have an open dialogue in the household. And whether we want to hear it or not, the streets aren't going to sugarcoat it. So why should your household should? So we were able to talk, and I just started being able to come out about my experience with postpartum depression because, in the black community, is looked at as unheard of. You black women don't go through depression. You know, we're black women. We're built for the ultimate strength in the world. And because of that, it's like, oh God, depression, and I don't want to seem like I'm weak, or I don't want to bring up a subject and I feel like I'm the only one who's experienced it. No. Uh, every woman has this. I wouldn't say every woman. Take that back. Do not quote me. But majority of women do go through postpartum depression. And a lot of times they want to say go to counseling and all this and that. And we feel like, oh no, I'm not crazy. Counseling is not bad. I did not do it. However, if you do not have an avenue or no one to talk to, counseling can be a way for you to just vent instead of going to YouTube and listen to other people's stories. If you don't want to listen to other people's stories, you want to tell your story. Go and ask for 1 or 2 sessions. Just say, hey, I just need to get some stuff off my chest, and I know it's confidential here, and I know it's kind of judge free. You've seen and heard it all, so I know my little story won't be like, ugh, I gotta seen some cases. But if counseling you think may work for you, again, just to get some stuff off your chest, to express yourself, I would highly suggest, highly recommend that you do that. I don't want to see anyone voice go unheard of. A lot of times we feel that no one hears us, no one sees us, and certain subjects is just, oh no, we don't talk about that here. No, we're going to talk about it. And again, this is what this channel is for. Do I feel bad about my postpartum? No. Do I have any regrets? No, because it let me know that I too am human. I am a woman that goes through changes. Pregnancy will put you through changes, mentally, physically, emotionally. Our hormones go off the rocket daily, and being pregnant, it just adds fuel to the fire, whether it's good or bad. But again, I was just happy that I was able to identify it and do what I needed to do to get me out of it, to get to where I am now. I don't know everything. I'm still learning this whole parenthood thing, but it's been a great experience so far, the good and the bad. I don't take anything back because it's all a learning experience. It's all a stepping stone to get you to a higher place. And one day I hope that, my son will come to me and say, Mom, you're a great mom. I'm like, oh, I love you too, but yeah. So if you are going through it, or somebody that's going through it, and they may not want to talk about it, just say, hey, it's gonna be okay. Sometimes that's all people need. It's gonna be okay. Or send them a message with a link to a therapist, or a link to my channel and say, just look at this. You don't have to respond. Even if you don't, I don't even have to know if you went to it or not. I just want you to know I'm here and I love you, and I'm giving you this to help you because I'm here for you. Even if I'm not saying anything, I'm here for you. And again, a lot of times that's all we need. That's all a person needs. Sorry y'all for this glare, these glasses. But again, just extend that helping hand. I will be ending my videos with prayers. This is not to be offensive to anyone or not to push my religion onto you. This is just how I get through my daily, and somebody might need to hear it. So if you want to end it here, by all means, have a blessed day. But for all my ladies who are experiencing or have experienced and haven't been able to express it to fully be done with the experience. I'm going to read this script to you. Isaiah 41:10. It says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This is the end of this conversation. Again, be blessed. Have a great day, great week, great month. And again, send me any topics or subjects that you may want to talk about in the comments below. And do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button. Get my little followers up. This is new, and I just feel like this is what we need. Us women, we need to stick together, and I'm here for it. It's 2020. We need to start trying something new. So again, I will be trying to do these videos at least once a week. Maybe a little harder than that. I'm gonna try to video record a couple of these at a time. And just post them. But again, hit that subscribe, and I will see you again.